Video attacks Congress. Nitish slams Congress over Karpoori. Claims no Bharat Ratna for Karpoori during Congress era. Bihar CM thanks Prime Minister Modi for Bharat Ratna to Karpoori.
जननायक कर्पूरी ठाकुर जी का भारत रत्न प्रदान किया जाए तो मुझे खुशी है। मैं इसके लिए केंद्र सरकार को और प्रधानमंत्री जी को भी मैं बधाई देता हूं।
Nitish's next pulti imminent or top focus on 6 p.m. Prime.
And the politics just doesn't end, does it? Just weeks ahead of the next election. Thanks for joining me. I'm Shiv. This is 6 p.m. Prime. Let's get you straight to the headlines. Politics speaks over Bharat Ratna for OBC and reservation icon Karpoori Thakur. Congress claims BJP foul ploy behind the award to the ex-Bihar Chief Minister, demands nationwide caste census. Nitish, interestingly, publicly thanks Prime Minister Modi. Mamata Banerjee snaps ties with the Congress in Bengal, says will fight polls alone. Congress reacts, says they will troubleshoot and that Mamata is indispensable in the alliance. But India bloc seems to be in tatters elsewhere as well. Aam Aadmi Party to fight solo on all 13 seats in Punjab. JDU blames Congress over delay in seat sharing as a reason for Mamata's exit. Meanwhile, the Himanta versus Rahul Gandhi spat explodes during the Nyaya Yatra. Rahul escalates his aggression against the Assam Chief Minister, claims he's being remote controlled by Amit Shah. Congress Chief Kharge accuses Assam police of working with BJP cadres against the Rahul Yatra. 19 days after the Enforcement Directorate team was brutally attacked in Bengal, the ED has relaunched raids in Mamata's state. Absconding Trinamool Neta Shah Jahan's house searched. Income tax also joins in. Gyanvapi Archaeological Survey of India report to be made public, orders a court. Both parties are to get a copy of the report. You'll hear about it first here on India Today.
Co-presented by
आपका जॉय भारत का जॉय जॉय ई-बाइक
Co-powered by
पारुल यूनिवर्सिटी वडोदरा गुजरात
Co-powered by Green Lamb Laminates कुछ मेरा कुछ तुम्हारा
There's huge suspense over what Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar's next move is going to be. Now, viewer, here is a man who is called Paltu Ram by his critics because he's seen as a man who doesn't really have any roots. He doesn't mind switching from one party or one alliance to the other based on expediency and political convenience and his own hold on power in the throne of Patna. Well, he's broken bread. He's been part of alliances with the Modi BJP. He's been part of alliances with the opposition, that is the RJD and the Congress. But now there is suspense over what his next move is going to be because he's been pretty upset over not being the first among equals in the India alliance. He sees himself as someone who is taller than the other leaders around him in the India alliance and therefore has not been very joyful about not being that prime ministerial face or a convener, no matter what the JDU says. Now there has been a leadership crisis. He's been meeting the governor, ostensibly over the budget, but there is this huge political buzz and suspense over what Nitish Kumar, aka Paltu Ram, and I'm not calling him that, it's his critics who call him that, is going to actually do next. Is he going to ditch the alliance and jump back to the NDA, the BJP-controlled NDA, or are we reading too much into his mysterious recent actions and the rumors? Well, you can make your mind up and I'm sure there'll be greater clarity in the days ahead. But for instance, Nitish Kumar has publicly attacked his own ally, the Congress party today, over not having honored Karpoori Thakur, the former Bihar Chief Minister, a man for whom A Bharat Ratna has just been announced by the Modi government. While Mamata Banerjee has pulled the rug out from under the Congress's feet in Bengal, all eyes are now on that other key India alliance partner, like I said, Nitish Kumar. Amidst these rumors that I was talking about of him switching sides back to the BJP-controlled NDA, Nitish Kumar has been keeping his cards typically very close to his chest. Today, he stumped everyone again by launching an attack at his current alliance partners, the Congress and the Lalu Prasad RJD. While speaking on the Modi government's decision to award the Bharat Ratna to Bihar's OBC and reservation pioneer Karpoori Thakur, Nitish Kumar accused past Congress governments, taking them by name, at the center of not honoring Karpoori Thakur. And that's a big attack to make, considering that Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party have been making the caste census their calling card this election season. Nitish also hurled a Parivarvad jibe, declaring that political parties today only work for their families, and you know which family or which party he's talking about. However, a very, very cryptic statement was in some of the other things that he was saying, given that both the Congress and the RJD are dynastic parties, so no one had any real doubt about who Nitish Kumar was really lashing out at. The question is, are such comments sustainable with his continuation within the India alliance, or are all those rumors supposedly, possibly true, that he is biding his time and waiting to flip once again and therefore validate his reputation of being what his critics call him, which is Paltu Ram? So that is the question right now. What is Nitish's next plan?
जन नायक कर्पूरी ठाकुर जी को भारत रत्न भी प्रदान किया गया। अब आप जानिए ना, उनको भारत रत्न प्रदान करने के लिए तो हम तो शुरू से कह रहे हैं। आप अगर देखिएगा तो जब हम लोगों की सरकार बनी है 2005 में, तो 2006 के बाद 2007 से लेकर के आई 2023 तक हर साल, पहले कांग्रेस की सरकार या और की सरकार, बाद में अभी जो सरकार है, इन सब लोगों को हम अनुरोध करते रहे, लिखते रहे कि भाई जननायक कर्पूरी ठाकुर जी का भारत रत्न प्रदान किया जाए। अभी लोग नहीं करते थे, लेकिन कल कर दिया है, तो मुझे खुशी है। मैं इसके लिए केंद्र सरकार को और प्रधानमंत्री जी को भी मैं बधाई देता हूं कि उन्होंने स्वीकार कर लिया।
The second part of the Nitish puzzle, adding to the suspense, will quote-unquote Paltu Ram make a Palti again? Consider Exhibit B, viewer. Soon after the Bharat Ratna for the ex-Chief Minister Karpoori Thakur was announced yesterday evening, Nitish Kumar welcomed the move by the Modi government on social media. But very interestingly, he wrote the demand to give Bharat Ratna to late Karpoori Thakur was long-standing. The years-old demand has now been fulfilled today. Minutes later, he deleted the earlier tweet and then tweeted again, but very significantly added a line thanking Prime Minister Modi. He slightly rephrased the old tweet, which he deleted, added a new tweet expressing gratitude to Prime Minister Modi, which, as you can surely agree with me, in these times holds a great deal of significance. It's not just a courtesy. He added that line at the end of that tweet thanking Prime Minister Modi, and much is being read into that, especially since Modi and Nitish have usually been at crosshairs and cross purposes politically. They don't like each other very much. They most certainly don't trust each other politically speaking. But Nitish, even in this atmosphere of visceral confrontation between the India alliance and the Modi government, made it a point to delete a social media post and add a line thanking the Prime Minister. So what was that about? The third point of contention with the JDU and the Congress is Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Nyay Yatra. Like Mamata Banerjee, the JDU now claims that Nitish Kumar has not been formally invited to walk with Rahul Gandhi. Says that this demonstrates a lack of normal courtesy by the Congress party. Remember yesterday, Rahul Gandhi had said that he had requested both Mamata and Nitish to join his march, but they both say nothing of the sort has happened. Invitation humko nahi mila hai, and this shows a lack of common courtesy by the Congress party. Now, denying all these Congress claims, the Janata Dal United says no formal invitation has been extended to Nitish Kumar to extend the yatra. So this is also added to the acrimony and escalating hostility between these Indie alliance elements, and added fuel to the rumor fire of whether Nitish Kumar is going to live up to his Palturam reputation, dump the alliance and jump back to the Modi-controlled NDA government.
कांग्रेस की तरफ से आधिकारिक तौर पे कहा गया खाली साहब कि नीतीश कुमार ने सहमति दे दी है 30 जनवरी के पूर्णिया वाली जनसभा में शामिल होने को लेकर।
देखिए, कांग्रेस पार्टी ने किस बुनियाद पे ये बात कही है, जो मेरी जानकारी है उसके हिसाब से अभी तक हमारे नेता श्री नीतीश कुमार जी का कोई प्रोग्राम नहीं है और उनको कोई फॉर्मल इन्विटेशन जो होता है देने का, ऐसा फॉर्मल इन्विटेशन कांग्रेस की तरफ से अभी तक नहीं दिया गया।
आपको नहीं लगता है कि जो इस तरह के आधिकारिक बयान अगर आ रहे हैं और आमंत्रण ही नहीं दिया गया है तो इससे और कंफ्यूजन बढ़ेगा अलायंस के अंदर?
नहीं, आमंत्रण, मैं फॉर्मल इन्विटेशन की बात कर रहा हूँ। हो सकता है कि ज़बानी किसी ने कही हो कोई बात, फॉर्मल इन्विटेशन प्रोग्राम का अभी तक नहीं दिया गया है और जब दिया जाएगा उसके बाद डिसीजन होगा। अब कांग्रेस पार्टी के नेता कैसे दावा कर रहे हैं, क्यों कर रहे हैं, क्या बुनियाद है, किस बुनियाद पर उन्होंने किया, इसका जवाब वो खुद देंगे।
So let's just tell you a little bit about why this whole suspense over Nitish Kumar is important. What does he bring to the table for this upcoming big election? Why does him leaving the fold of the India alliance, signal a significant amount of damage for the India alliance? Let me just take you through some pointers that my colleague India Today's Poulomi Saha put together so we understand it a little better. He's a prominent Hindi heartland leader in the India bloc. You can't take that away from him. His party, the JDU, won 16% of the assembly seats in 2020, so it's a sizable party. Nitish is a socialist leader with vast political experience. At one point of time, he was called Sushasan Babu because he had provided relatively better governance in Bihar compared to the kind of jungle raj of the earlier decades. Nitish is a Kurmi, same OBC caste bloc as Modi. The Kurmis have a sizable population in the Hindi heartland states, so in terms of caste arithmetic, he's significant as well. Unlike other opposition leaders who are under the corruption scanner, Nitish is under no lens whatsoever, no scrutiny, no allegations of corruption of any kind against him. Certainly nothing that has stuck or made the headlines. He's got good, decent equations across party lines, including with the BJP, and could possibly be some kind of a glue, even though he's missed that bus as far as the India alliance is concerned. He's got a good hold over the EBC vote bank as well. So these are just a few broad pointers over why Nitish Kumar isn't some small fry. He's very, very significant to the overall political arithmetic, whichever side he chooses to sit. And he's called Palturam, remember, because he has been on both sides. Joining me live now to decode this a little further, Rohit Singh, live with us from Patna, the capital of Bihar, Poulomi Saha from Delhi, and Executive Editor Preeti Chaudhary also, who's been looking at all these tremors that have been quaking through the India alliance and what they actually signify. Rohit, if I could quickly come to you first, since you're closest to the proverbial action, as it were. This suspense over what Nitish Kumar's next move is going to be is a very familiar thing. I remember wondering about what he's going to do next many times in the past as well. Is there any clarity? He's praising the Prime Minister. He's sulking about Nyaya Yatra. He's talking about seat sharing, etc. Is he planning to, switch sides once again, Rohit? Straight question.
Shiv, see, there are indications that are being dropped here. You see, Nitish Kumar is definitely not feeling comfortable in India alliance, that's the India bloc, because see, in the last 4 to 5 months, he has been completely sidelined in that India bloc, and he was offered a convener post, but he denied it, they refused it.
Yeah.
Because Nitish Kumar wanted that he should have been made the convener maybe in the first or the second meeting itself, but now it was too late, and I think Nitish Kumar was already thinking that he should come out of the Mahagathbandhan. What has happened in the last 2-3 days, Shiv, let me tell you. Just 5 days back, Amit Shah has softened his stance as far as Nitish Kumar's return to NDA is concerned. When Amit Shah was questioned regarding this in Rajasthan a few days back, he says that if some proposal comes to me, I can think over it. And this is a different stand from the earlier stand where he has always said that Nitish Kumar ke liye darwaze band ho chuke hain. So that's a climb down from his earlier stand. Secondly, yesterday Karpoori Thakur being announced Bharat Ratna. So now this is the long-standing demand of Nitish Kumar. For the past almost 15-17 years, Nitish Kumar has been demanding this from the UPA government also when Congress was leading it, but he did not get it. Now that Prime Minister Modi has announced it, so he was thanking the Prime Minister.
Okay.
So in one way, BJP has also listened to what Nitish Kumar was saying. And the third incident that happened today, that Parivarwad jibe at Lalu Prasad and Congress. So there are indications being dropped that things are getting better between Nitish Kumar and BJP, but will that be so good that Nitish Kumar can even quit the India bloc? Can he return back to the NDA? Is the situation that fine enough right at this point of time? That remains to be seen. But obviously Nitish Kumar is not feeling comfortable in India bloc. That is for certain, Shiv.
Preeti, is this, how are you reading this? You've looked at all these parties. I'm sure we've actually had these conversations before as well. Is Nitish clearing the decks to jump ship once again?
Well, is Nitish clearing the decks with what Rohit just elucidated, Shiv? Nobody really quite knows, nobody quite understands. At some level, this would be career harakiri for Nitish Kumar to go back to the BJP. So in that sense, it really doesn't make sense. But what is it that he has going for himself where the India alliance is concerned? The Congress, Shiv, has always been very worried about Nitish Kumar. With some of the leaders from the Congress off record would tell me that of everyone from the India alliance, they are most worried about Nitish Kumar because they feel he's, paddling away underneath the waters furiously, and one of the main reasons why the Congress itself mooted. Now, who wanted the convenership for Nitish Kumar? It was the Congress party. Because, I'll tell you, one of the top leaders of the Congress told me, Maulvi Saab ko naraz kyun karna, ek salam ki baat hai. So basically, it was the Congress that wanted that he at least be given convener at the earliest. That somewhere down the line it binds him to this alliance and he cannot really pull himself away from it. At that point of time, it was the likes of Mamata Banerjee who had dug in their heels and says, make Mr. Kharge as the prime ministerial face and you can continue making Nitish Kumar the convener. But that didn't quite happen, and that's why what we see today is taking place, Shiv. Nitish Kumar has been an insecure leader. What went down with Lallan Singh in the past hasn't come back for the first time. It's happened before. Every time he's felt insecure, he removes that leadership and he takes control of the party. But there is also, and I'm sure Rohit will echo that feeling, that in the state of Bihar, there is a sense that the JDU could be on the verge of a split, with some of them moving towards the Bharatiya Janata Party and the others towards the RJD. Now, keeping all of that in mind, will Nitish Kumar cut his losses and once again move back to the BJP? Because what is it that he's really getting from the India alliance right now? It's actually nothing. The India alliance on the other side, Shiv, needs Nitish a lot more than anyone, especially in the state of Bihar, because Nitish still is a strong leader in Bihar, a sizable vote bank where Bihar is concerned. And if he does go to the BJP, the only reason the BJP might go back to Nitish is because it will be a huge blow to the India alliance and the arithmetic where the state of Bihar is concerned. Because one last point, Shiv, of all the alliances that have ever happened, in the recent past, look at the history. The only alliance where there has been an equal transfer of votes from both sides, this is a state election what I'm talking about, has been when the RJD and the JDU came together. Because transfer of votes happened from the RJD to the JDU and vice versa. It's never quite happened anywhere else. Look at what went down with BSP and SP, where the SP vote transferred, BSP doesn't. So this Gathbandhan is very important for the India alliance going forward in Lok Sabha.
Very, very interesting. So the stakes are hugely high, but ultimately it will come down to the BJP as well. It's not just Nitish's decision. Polomi, in those pointers you gave us, it's clear the importance of Nitish. He can't be ignored or wished away. He's here to stay as far as this election is concerned. Amit Shah has kind of kept the door half open as per our reports. Rohit just mentioned that as well. What are you hearing from within the BJP? Is Nitish headed back?
Well, the BJP, of course, is watching very closely what's happening in the Mahagathbandhan. They're also watching all the developments as far as Nitish is concerned, the noises that he seems to be making, sometimes quite literally. If you remember the last instance of the India Bloc meeting where he snubbed T.R. Balu of the DMK when he sought a translation of what Nitish was saying for Mr. M.K. Stalin in English. And he said, "This is Bharat, please, listen to what I'm saying. This is in Hindi, you should know it." So clearly, he's been miffed. He's been feeling sidelined for a while. He's been making all of these noises. Of course, Rohit listed some of those out, including, of course, the announcement coming from the center through the Rashtrapati Bhavan that indeed, the Bharat Ratna is to be conferred posthumously on Jannayak Karpoori Thakur yesterday. And Nitish saying that the Congress, did not do so without, of course, naming the Congress, saying that, I made several such demands,
Right.
but clearly nobody listened until yesterday. But within the BJP, Shiv, not many are very comfortable. They've been pressing the senior leadership, saying, don't again fall for this opportunist. Let us, contest this election on our own might and strength. We're doing well. We've built a ground in Bihar, and we need to capitalize on the same every time. We do not need an alliance with the JDU, and especially with someone who can't be trusted to be with us 5 days later. So that is the sense within the BJP rank and file as far as the state of Bihar is concerned. So the senior leadership will have to take that into account as well, even if Amit Shah may have made a small noise
Yes.
in the recent past where he
Important
did
point.
say that he's going to keep the door half ajar for any possibility of a proposal coming from the JDU's way.
Oh, the wheels that turn before elections. If only we could foresee them. Well, the beauty of India Today's political team, as always, is we'll tell you before anyone else. That's the biggest guarantee that I can give you here on India Today. Rohit, Preeti, Polami, appreciate it. Thanks very much for bringing us some light on this big, very beguiling story over, quote-unquote, the Palturam of Indian politics. That's a wrap on this segment, but don't go anywhere because up next, Gaurav has a big question for those of you who've been wondering what after Ayodhya. There's a big news break on the Gyanvapi case. The court has now ordered the ASI report to be made public. The lead lawyer, Vishnu Jain, joins Gaurav live to tell you what's in that report and what next.
From the biggest conflict zones
We are at the hostile airbase and this is
to the biggest international moments, a reporter with India's flag on his sleeve and an unrelenting eye on terror, defense and national security, on the road, up the heights, in the trenches. He brings you stories that must unite us, because when it's national interest, it's India first. Monday to Friday 10 p.m. only on India Today TV.
The grandeur of the sacred Ram Lalla, bathed in a golden aura. Standing majestically in his grand abode. The ornaments adorning Ram Lalla takes us on a journey into the sacred texts. Their scripturally appropriate splendor, drawn from extensive research of the Adhyatma Ramayana. Valmiki Ramayana, Ramcharitramanas, and Alavandar Sotra. Guided by the poetic vision of Ayodhya's own Yatindra Mishra. Artisans of Lucknow's Har Sahaimal Shyamlal Jewellers delicately crafted the divine ornaments, each one of them etched in the language of symbolism and sacred geometry. From the looms of Ayodhya Dham, Manish Tripathi, like a spiritual weaver, stitched together Ram Lalla's divine garments. Banarsi fabric in hues that resonate with the sacred. A yellow dhoti symbolizing the radiance of eternal knowledge. And a red patka reminiscent of the flame of devotion. Embellished with pure gold zari and threads, the auspicious symbols of Vaishnav tradition, Shankh, Padma, Chakra and Mayur glisten. Every thread, every ornament converge into the celestial symphony in the Garbhagriha of the Ram temple in Ayodhya. Bureau Report, India Today.
A day of divinity, Astha, a spiritual climax for millions. The return of Ram may have been happening in Ayodhya, in India's north, but his Mandir and the Pran Pratishtha had and will continue to have connections to southern India. For starters, the very heart of the Mandir is from Karnataka. The stunning Ram Lala Murti sculpted from black granite in Mysuru by Arun Yogiraj. In effect, the soul of the temple is from the south. But beyond the divine, the day of Ram saw a very human but very starry southern connect. The biggest among them, superstar Rajnikant, who made it a point to attend. He even shared a friendly moment with the Prime Minister after the ceremony. From the newer generation, there was Telugu superstar Ram Charan. Beyond the visible, even the sounds that rent the air over Ayodhya had a deep south connection. The musical ensemble that conjured the soulful tunes included a ghatam from Andhra Pradesh, and from Tamil Nadu, a nadaswaram and a mridangam. For Modi, underscoring the importance of the South in the Ayodhya ceremony went beyond words. He spent the big run-up to the Pran Pratishtha visiting temples in Andhra Pradesh, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. A symbolic message of national integration, which he peppered through his big Mandir speech. As the Mandir now opens to the world, a reminder that it belongs to all. As Modi himself said, Sabke Ram. Bureau Report, India Today.
The report of the Archaeological Survey of India in the Kashi Gyanvapi case is to be given to both sides. That's been decided by the court today. What they've also said is that this report, the ASI survey report in the Gyanvapi case, will be handed over to both parties. And both the sides reached an agreement that a certified hard copy of the Archaeological Survey of India and its findings should be made available to both sides. The court has, as of now, asked both the parties to ensure that the report is not leaked. Of course, the Hindu side has strongly objected to it. The Hindu side wants all facts out in public domain in the interest of transparency. In fact, the Hindu side has opposed the ASI report being submitted even in court in a sealed cover. Lots of reactions coming in. Advocate Vishnu Shankar Jain, the petitioner, is joining us on this special broadcast. But before that, let's get you all the reactions that have come in so far.
आज देखिए, हम लोगों ने इस मामले में हियरिंग हुई है और ये सहमति बनी है दोनों पक्षों से कि जो रिपोर्ट एएसआई ने दाखिल की थी उसकी हार्ड कॉपी, सर्टिफाइड कॉपी पार्टीज़ को उपलब्ध कराई जाएगी और कोर्ट इस पे जो भी उचित ऑर्डर है वो कोर्ट अभी पास करेगा। तो कोर्ट अपने ऑर्डर में क्या क्या लिखता है ये ऑर्डर देखने के बाद हम बता पाएंगे। पर दोनों पक्षों को ये सहमति बनी है कि रिपोर्ट की कॉपी उनको हार्ड कॉपी, उसकी सर्टिफाइड कॉपी उनको नकल अवेलेबल कराई जाएगी जो सीपीसी के तहत प्रोसीजर। इस पे कोर्ट राजी हो गया है? जी बिल्कुल। अंडरटेकिंग की एक बात थी, अंडरटेकिंग लेने की बात थी, वो क्या? नहीं, उस पे कोर्ट ने अभी कोई आदेश नहीं किया है और जब ऑर्डर आएगा तब उस पर क्लैरिटी आएगी। अच्छा, एक चीज ये भी थी कि उन ईमेल के जरिए या कुछ ऐसा किया जाए, उसके लिए क्या? तो उसमें एएसआई ने कहा कि ईमेल के जरिए नहीं करा सकते हैं क्योंकि काफी साइबर क्राइम का खतरा है, इस तरह की इन्फॉर्मेशन नेट पे अवेलेबल नहीं हो सकती, इसलिए हार्ड कॉपी प्रोवाइड। तो ये बताइए कब तक आप लोग हार्ड कॉपी मिल सकती है? जब कोर्ट का ऑर्डर आएगा उसके बाद हम लोग हार्ड कॉपी के लिए अप्लाई करेंगे और हार्ड कॉपी आने के बाद उसका हम लोग अध्ययन करेंगे। कब तक ऑर्डर आएगा? कब तक कर? ये अभी मुझे लगता है हाफ एन आवर में आ जाना चाहिए। ठीक।
कि कार्रवाई के संबंध में जैसा चलता है, ऑब्जेक्शन वगैरह वो फर्दर फाइल करेंगे और सील के बाहर रिपोर्ट को रखी जाएगी। मोटा मोटी पब्लिसाइज हो सकता है ऑर्डर। एक ऑर्डर रिटर्न में आ जाएगा, वर्बल ऑनरेबल कोर्ट ने अलाउ कर दिया है, वो हमको रिपोर्ट मिल जाएगी।
सुनवाई के बाद आज कोर्ट ने ऑर्डर किया है कि जो बंद लिफाफे में एसआई सर्वे रिपोर्ट दाखिल था उसको खोल दिया जाए और खोलने का आदेश दिया है। उसके बाद ओरली उन्होंने कहा है आधे घंटे में जो है रिटर्न में ऑर्डर आ जाएगा। उसके बाद जो है रह गई बात अंडरटेकिंग की शर्तों के साथ, वो शर्तों सारी चीज़ों को कोर्ट ने नकार दिया है क्योंकि ये कोई सीक्रेट जो है ये आपका जो है ये प्रोसिंग कोर्ट का नहीं है।
देखिए, हम लोग ने यही मांग रखी थी कि जो रिपोर्ट आएगा उसे सार्वजनिक किया जाए। अभी तो ये फैसला आया है कि हार्ड कॉपी हम लोग को 1 घंटे बाद मिलेगी, वादी और प्रतिवादी दोनों लोग को। और दोनों इसमें जो है दोनों वादी पक्ष और जो प्रतिवादी पक्ष है दोनों लोग को इसमें समर्थन है कि हाँ 1 घंटे बाद हम लोग को मिलना चाहिए।
जैसे हम लोग कोर्ट पिछले साल कोर्ट कमीशन का मतलब सर्वे कराया था, उसी आधार पे ये सर्वे हुआ है ताकि जो छुपा हुआ चीज इस सर्वे में मिलेगा वही हम लोग इंतजार करें। जो छुपा हुआ चीज इस सर्वे में मिलेगा ताकि पूरा साक्ष्य बाहर आ जाए। और हम लोग चाहते हैं हमको पहले मिलेगा, हमको आदेश हो जाएगा सार्वजनिक करके, पहले हम कॉपी दे देंगे। लो भैया सार्वजनिक हो गया, देखो आप लोग।
I think it's really a momentous occasion, and you know I've been researching and writing my next book on the history of the Kashi Gyanvapi case and all the historical records. You really don't need an ASI survey in this case. Haath Kangan ko RC kiya, as they say in Hindi. You can see it as you enter the Gyanvapi complex itself. The western walls, the ruins are all of a dilapidated 16th century temple that was built by Narayan Bhatt with the help of Todarmal during the reign of Akbar, which was demolished by Aurangzeb in 1669 as recorded by his own accounts and farmans in the Masirya Alamgiri. Despite this, I think the Hindu side has gone through the very peaceful and the legal means, and this place has been contested right from the early 19th century, from 1810. Then in 1936, you had a very big case called the Deen Muhammad case, which also, in the British courts, it was adjudicated that this was not a Waqf property. It was not even registered anywhere as a Waqf property. It was an encroachment. It was an illegal encroachment.
And for the latest developments in the Kashi Gyanvapi case and its implications, let's quickly bring into this conversation Advocate Vishnu Shankar Jain, who joins me on this broadcast. Sir, what will the report of the Archaeological Survey of India achieve Why is this so significant for you?
See, the report of the Archaeological Survey of India has been filed before the Honorable District Court of Varanasi after a detailed survey of 92 days. And let me tell you that in this survey, the Wazoo tank area, the sealed area, has been left out. Apart from that, the rest of the premises, which is situated in revenue settlement plot number 9130, which is popularly known as the so-called alleged Gyanvapi mosque, that has been surveyed in detail. And after a detailed survey of 92 days, a report has been filed before the Honorable Court. I also want to inform you that at the moment when I am speaking to you, the order of the court is out, and the court has allowed parties to be given a copy of the survey report, and there is no gag order on the survey report. So this report will be given to us, and there is no restriction on the media or any of the, you can say, channels to not publish it or not talk about it. There is no gag order of the Honorable Court as was earlier there. So this report will be made available to us, and then we'll have a detailed study of this report, and then we'll file our objections if required.
Okay. Now, is the ASI report, in your appreciation, likely to answer that crucial question that is being asked by almost everybody in Kashi? Why is Nandi, the Vahan of Bhagwan Shiv, facing that Gyanvapi mosque, or the disputed mosque, as you say?
See, we believe that the report of the ASI will do justice with the efforts which we have taken out in 92 days. The report of the ASI will throw light on various aspects of this case. And let me tell you that in the ASI survey, 350 artifacts were found which were sealed, which were given by the ASI to the District Magistrate of Varanasi, and which are still in the possession and custody of District Magistrate Varanasi. From this so-called Gyanvapi mosque, 350 artifacts have been found. And all the artifacts are, you can say, telling us that it's a remains of a Hindu temple. So many artifacts have been found. Lot of murtis have been found of various Hindu god and goddesses. All those idols have been given to the District Magistrate of Varanasi. Many other proofs have been found. So we are waiting for the actual copy of the survey report, and when we'll get the actual copy, physical hard copy of the survey report, we'll discuss more about this. But I feel and I believe that the report of the ASI will give strength to our case, though we have already a very, very strong case, but the expert opinion of ASI will really help to solve this issue.
That's a big story that you're breaking first here on India Today. There is no gag order on the ASI report. That ASI report can be made public. The court has ordered both sides be given that ASI report. Both sides are to study that report and file their objections, if any. But Advocate Vishnu Shankar Jain, how is this report different from the court commissioner's report, details of which are out in public domain, sir?
See, the court commissioner scope was very different. And that was a survey which was conducted under Order 26 Rule 9 of the CPC, wherein the advocate commissioner was given a task to go and study the structure, to do photography and videography. And after studying the structure as it is, then they have to submit a report before the Honorable Court. And during that survey, let me tell you that Shivling was found, various images and of Hindu deities were found. But in this survey of Archaeological Survey of India, Rule 10A of the CPC. It's a scientific survey which has an opinion expert, which has a evidentiary value as an expert opinion under Section 45 of the Indian Evidence Act, just like you can say post-mortem report or just like a forensic expert report. It has the same value. And apart from that, the ASI has gone much beyond the scope of Advocate Commissioner survey. There has been a lot of modern techniques which have been used in this survey. The ground penetrating radar has been used. Various other methods have been used, and after that this report is being given. So the scope and ambit and the domain of this survey is far much better than the report of the Advocate Commissioner.
I want to understand from you, historians like Professor Irfan Habib and some others say that it is a historical fact that bigoted Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb ordered the demolition of temples both at Kashi and at Mathura. It is also duly recorded in Masir-e Alamgir. Now, How does this ASI report then, sir, take this case forward in your interest?
See, definitely the Archaeological Survey of India report, I believe and I feel, will dwell into the aspect, and the moot point for consideration in all these discussions is that whether a pre-existing temple was demolished and it was converted or partly converted into a mosque. This is the pivot point for consideration in the report of the Archaeological Survey of India. And I think that the Archaeological Survey of India would have answered this in affirmative in their report. And the most crucial point for consideration before the ASI was that whether these three